Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So the other day at work, a few colleagues of mine were tasked with sending emails to our clients by copy pasting data from an Excel sheet, and they were required to do this task every month. Now, being an experienced Excel user and also VBA developer, I can't stand any manual work. So I took this chance to create a workflow which will automate sending emails, taking in data from Excel sheets, and pasting it into the Outlook emails. The fun part is all of this was done without writing any single line of code. All code was provided by Claude AI, and I only pasted it in the VBA editor. I'm going to share how I was able to do it. Stick around, it is awesome. So, the task was to send out periodic emails from a long Excel list, names, email addresses, other details, you know, normal finance stuff. Normally, this would mean sitting down, copying details one by one, and sending emails manually. It was pretty inefficient, right? Honestly, I feel like it's a huge waste of time. Instead of typing every email, Excel itself should talk to Outlook and send them out automatically. Now, before we dive in, let's take a step back and talk about VBA, Visual Basic for Applications. For those who don't know, VBA is basically the programming language built inside Excel and other Office apps. It's what lets you automate tasks, create macros, and make Excel do things beyond formulas. But here's the thing, in the past, writing VBA was not easy. I've been at it for years. You'd had to dig through long MSDN articles just to find the right function. Half the time, you'd be scrolling through Excel forums, copy pasting bits of codes from strangers, and hoping it might somehow work in your sheet. It was a trial and error, and honestly, it could get frustrating. But today, it's a whole different game. We are living in the age of AI, and this is the best time ever to use the VBA because you don't have to write perfect code anymore. AI assistants like Claude or ChatGPT can generate VBA scripts instantly tailored to your exact needs. This means you don't have to be a programmer to unlock the full power of Excel automation. In this video, I'll show you how to do it. With the help of Claude AI, without writing a single line of code myself, I'll automate sending emails directly from Excel to Outlook. So let's start. Here, I have some mock data which I want to use to send out emails. You can see that we have first name, last name, we have email where we need to send email to, and the amount. Let's call it an amount due. Now, I will ask Claude, please take in these columns and make a VBA code for me so that it automatically goes to this column, which is column C, as 2, and then some greetings to column A and B, which is the name, which is their first name and last name, and then tell them politely that they have an amount due as of today, which is coming in from the column D. So let me just show you my prompt. What I'm saying to Claude is, I have an Excel sheet with following column names: first name, last name, email, and amount. I want to take the data from this Excel sheet and create individual emails for my clients. Use the email column as to field, starts with a greeting, and then inform them that their balance is due as of today in the amount column. Now, I do not want to send the emails immediately because I want to check first. So that's the reason why I'm telling Claude that I do not want to send emails immediately. Just display the emails to me and I will send them myself. So I'm telling Claude, give me Excel VBA code so that I can automate sending emails from my Excel file. So let's just copy paste this to Claude. Claude has finished writing the code. So now we are going to just take a copy and then go to my Excel sheet and press Alt F11 so that we can go to the VBA editor. In this, you will see your file in sheet 1. Just double click on this sheet 1 and paste this code. Now, this video is all about not writing any code. So we are not going to review the code for now. After you finish pasting the code, come back to your sheet and press Alt F8. This will show you all the macros that Claude created for us. So the first one is create client emails and the second one is create single email. We will run the first one. Click on it and let's see how it happens. Wow, Claude has created all the emails as we requested. Look at this. The names, Peter Portingale. Let's verify. Yes, thank you, Claude. Yes, thank you, Excel. So the first one is this name. And if I go to, let's match. The email is correct. The first name, last names are correct. And also the amounts is correct as well. So now you can see all 5 emails have been created. This is awesome. Now, for most of you, this should be enough. You got your emails. In this example, we did 5 emails, but you could easily do 50, 100, or 150, or whatever number you have in your reports, and then be done with it. But in my opinion, this is not a scalable solution. You should always strive to make a solution which will work best in the future while taking into account any reasonable changes. For example, if you see this email, what if your boss says, I want to change the wording? Or maybe in your original file, he says, I want to add one column. Then you'll have to go back to Claude every time, copy paste the same prompt with the additional information that you need, and hope that he gives you a perfect code which runs every time. In my opinion, this is not scalability. Scalability means that at least you should be able to handle additional columns or word or changing in wordings. So let's change our workflow. Ideally, we should have an Excel macro file which lets us select Excel report, which we want to take the data from. And then we should have an Excel email template, which is pre-created by us. And then the macro fills in the template and sends this email. Let's see how it works. So I have created my email template. This email template contains the column names from my report. And the idea is wherever the column name is found, for example, first name is over here, I will instruct Claude to make a macro that replaces the data which is inside this table. So first name, the first you see this name, it should be replaced over here. Similarly, last name is here, last name is here. Outstanding amount will come over here and the payment instructions will come here. This is basically a very scalable solution because anytime you have a new column, you just put the column name over here and then come over here to your template and then add it in anywhere you want. So in that way, you should be able to change your email template without going to Claude anytime. So I'm going to create a new prompt now. So what I'm telling Claude is I have an Outlook email template at this place. I need a VBA macro that lets me select an Excel file. So remember, we are not going to use the same file again and again. So we need a macro that lets us select every time our accounting system generates a new file. After that, we are going to instruct that our data starts from cell B5 onwards. Your data can start from any place. The first row is the column header, and the macro should go through all the data and using the email template, replace all text matching the column header with the data. Now it looks complicated, but it's basically saying go through the data in the Excel file, which is over here. You see the first name in the template and replace this first name with this data. Secondly, if you see the last name, replace it with this. So thirdly, email address is not here because the email address will come over here. And then outstanding amount will appear here and payment instruction. This way, anytime you have any new data column or maybe some of the data column will have a different name, we just change the name here. For example, if I just change instructions to instruction to instructions, copy this column name, come over here and say it instructions. This way, this will be truly extensible solution because and you can now add columns, you can change your email template, and it will not you will not be required to go to Claude every time. So now let's just run this. So I'll just go back and then change whatever was there before. I will close this file. I will not save this because I want it as our accounting data. Accounting system has generated, and I have copy pasted this prompt to already to the Claude, and it gave me this code. So as per usual, copy this, go to a new file, because remember you have a file, a central file where all your macros will be residing, and you will just run it from over here. Same way, press Alt F11, go to sheet 1, paste the data, come back to your sheet, press Alt F8, and let's run it. So as expected, it is asking us to select where our accounting data is. So I will just go to my data file and I will select this, and let's see what happens. We can already see that the data has been replaced and all the files, all the emails are being created. So you can see here that we have all the emails which we wanted in the correct format. So there you go. This is how you will create a scalable solution which you can change later on. So anytime your template change, all you need to do is to just go to the template file, change, and then add a few data points if you have in your new data, and then just run the same macro again and it will do the same thing. So I hope you have learned something from today's video, and thank you and keep learning.